Hulu's new comedy film, It's a Wonderful Binge, is here. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Hulu. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more up-and-coming content. This year, the binge happens miraculously on Christmas, unleashing a new holiday adventure featuring magical storybooks, catchy songs, and more. So I was watching this film for about, 20-30 minutes, and I thought that the film felt familiar to another film, but I just could not pinpoint what film it was. Didn't watch the trailer before this film, didn't read the synopsis, just thought, Hulu, holiday film, it's got some comedic actors, let's check it out. This is a sequel to the film The Binge that came out, I believe it was last year or the year before. I'm not sure what year it was, but I enjoyed that film. It's kind of like The Purge, but once a year, people can do drugs and drink and just binge and go all crazy. In this film, It's a Wonderful Binge. It happens to fall on Christmas Eve. So we have just a Christmas film with a lot of drinking. But there's so much more within this film. And I think at times it halts the craziness of what this film could be centered around the holiday season. There is a lot of stories in here. We have one of our characters that wants to propose to his girlfriend, but he has to find the ring. We have another character played by Eduardo Franco who was in Stranger Things, and he kind of goes through this It's a Wonderful Life scenario. Nick Swardson isn't here as he's escaped from prison, wants to spend time with his family. Danny Trejo is in the film. There's a lot of individual storylines going on within this film. And like I said, I think it takes away from what could be the crazy part of this film, because it isn't really towards the end of the film. That's when they get to the binge and they start drinking and doing drugs. And that's when all the crazy moments are going on. I did like that it kind of spoofed certain holiday films. We have a couple thieves in here that makes it feel like Home Alone. We have this angel played by Danny Trejo that's taking Eduardo Franco's character and going on these memories of the past. And, if you weren't born, this is what life would be like, which is mirroring It's a Wonderful Life and the title, It's a Wonderful Binge. So there's many times where we have like these cliche moments from classic holiday films. We even have one at the end like Love Actually. So they are aware what they are doing. And the film is pretty funny. I laughed quite often within this film. There are some really dumbed down jokes, which I find to be funny, but especially Nick Swardson here, I thought he was hilarious. I love seeing Nick Swardson in films. He's one of my favorite actors, my favorite comedians, and in here he was perfect. So there is enough jokes in here to make me laugh. But also there's some heartwarming moments as well. Yes, there is a lot of different side storylines going on, but when you look at them all and what they are trying to do, it's about family and friends, and there is that classic heartwarming Christmas feel to it towards the end when people start to realize the meaning of Christmas and friendship and families. And that's where like those heartwarming moments come in. They're not overbearing, they're not like in your face, but they are there and they work within the film. I just think that the film could have offered more of a Christmas binge, more craziness, because there is those storylines being implemented into the film. And I think that when the characters were on drugs and drinking and binging, that's when the craziness came out. And that's when I think it was at its peak. And that's when it was the funniest, because they were doing stupid stuff. That's what I wanted to see. And we got, a limited amount of that because we had to go on these journeys. We had to find this ring. We had to go through the meaning of Christmas and life and all of that. And at times that kind of just took me out of it. And I wanted just a little more of the craziness and the friendships and drinking and all of that. Caitlin Olsen is in the film. She's the mayor. She wants to get rid of the binge. She hates all of it. And we have some funny moments with her. There's a news anchor that's reporting the binge and the headlines, and him reporting it is pretty funny. There's enough in here to make it a pretty decent comedy. It's a wonderful binge. It's funny. It's heartwarming. It's got some fun characters in here. I laughed consistently throughout the film. It ripped off a few of classic Christmas movies that I do love. Wanted more of that craziness in here, but I think it was still a pretty fun film. I remembered a couple of the characters from that first film. It's just about like that 20-minute mark is like, I feel like I've seen this movie before. And then they start talking about the binge that happens once a year. So before I give you my score for It's a Wonderful Binge, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give It's a Wonderful Binge a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for It's a Wonderful Binge on Hulu. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.